What's up, guys? It's Easy Adventures. Check it out. I'm out here in Pike National Forest, and I was out here turkey hunting this morning, and I was kind of riding some of these roads in my truck, and I was like, man, I gotta get the bike out here. So I went home, had lunch. Here we are out here. So we don't have any destination really in mind. We're just kind of gonna run around here. Should end up back down in Woodland Park eventually. We're gonna go that way though. That is the direction we're going. Hopefully it's pretty sick. Stay tuned. All right, note to self, there is thick gravel or sand, one of the two, on the sides of the road. Okay, so like I said, this is Pike National Forest. It is not too far from where I'm at right now. Is not too far from Woodland Park or the Springs, really. And I think this road is going to be a slow road for me. That's all right. Feels like a second gear road. Saw a Jeep come down here, so I should catch up to him. Jeeps tend to be pretty slow on trails like this. Well, I caught up to the Jeep and their dust trail. See if he lets me go around. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. That was nice of him. Took a wrong turn there. We're gonna go back this way. Get back on the road I was on. Mostly because I don't have service, so I can only really follow my GPS. If I don't follow my GPS, I will have problems. That's pretty over there though. Well, there's the side-by-side, guys. Oh, they're grilling. All right. Ah, there's the ruts. That's pretty. No sand. Really thick dirt, thick gravel. You can tell the side-by-sides have rutted this out. Pretty good. Alright. Down into the valley we go. So this is not a normal Forest Service road. This is a Forest Service road that's open to side-by-sides and unlicensed highway vehicles, right? But that being said, it's got some really cool views into some really cool parts of the National Forest that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get to. And I had my truck out here this morning, and I was like, man, this has got to be a good bike ride. So I went back and got the T7. But the Pike National Forest has a lot of these OHV trails, and they also have some that you can't drive licensed vehicles on at all, so they're just OHV trails. This isn't that. You can drive a licensed vehicle on here. I am right now. But there are some places where you can't like take a truck or a Jeep down. So They're just for dirt bikes, four-wheelers, side-by-sides. Check out this lookout. This is what we're going for. All right, guys, like I said, this is Pike National Forest. If you take a look behind me, you might be like, man, that doesn't look like much of a forest. Where are all the trees? Well, you see, they're all over there. That's where all the trees are. No, I'm just kidding. So the trees in parts of the forest, they get burnt down every now and then because of forest fires. It's good for the, honestly, it's good for the landscape. It helps kind of get some new growth going, helps some other species that rely on that new growth and those seeds and whatnot. So honestly, not a bad thing. But yes, there are forests, there are trees, and there is an actual forest. Pike National Forest is the national forest that has Pikes Peak. So it's not a national park. Pikes Peak is not a national park, but it is part of Pike National Forest. So it covers a pretty good sizable chunk of land from around Colorado Springs down into Canyon City, up into Deckers, and west a good ways, at least across the Front Range. I don't know if it goes, I don't know if it keeps going over past the Front Range. I don't think Florissant and Divide and all that is technically part of it. I think it's mostly on the Front Range, and then it kind of runs into San Isabel National Forest to the south, which they kind of sometimes they call them Pike San Isabel National Forest because they are kind of one continuous piece of forest. But anyway, this view's awesome. Had to stop, had to get a picture, and also just get the filming going, you know. The road that we're taking actually goes, you can see it over there, up through there. Hear the winding. So that's where I'm going next, is up through there, and then I will start heading back south towards I think it's kicking me out into Divide, and I'm taking the highway over into Woodland Park. So we'll probably call it Divide, unless you guys, well, you can't tell me what anyway. So anyway, we'll probably finish it in Divide. Stay tuned. All right, we are back on. I remember when I first started riding off-road, or at least like dirt roads on my old Himalayan, man. I had a guy comment, he's like, "This ain't off-road, you're on a dirt road." To which I was like, you know what? I'm off pavement, man. That's close enough to me. Like, what are you doing, sitting on a couch watching my YouTube video? If you don't like my the what I call off-road, you don't gotta watch it. So anyway, that little Himalayan single cylinder 400 ooh, had to get through that. That was catchy. Little single cylinder Himalayan air cooled 400. Man, that thing got me here. You know what I'm saying? Not really. I mean, the T7 got me here, but without having to have got that bike in the first place, I would have never ended up with a T7, and I would never be in this forest right now, looking at a mule deer across the road. Like, hey buddy, what's up? The Himalayan, let me see that mule deer. we're going back downhill, which means I gotta be kind of careful because I don't exactly have the best tires right now. This has been the best part of like Colorado for me, honestly, is the amount of adventure bike riding that there is out here. Like, I've still got Phantom Canyon and Gold Camp Road that I want to go do, that I told you guys about in my last video, that I still haven't even done. And I'm finding other roads to do before those. Like, honestly, it was like 30 degrees this morning, and I was like, I'm gonna go hunt and I'm gonna go chill at the house for the rest of the day. I'm not doing anything else. And then that was loose. And then it warmed up a little bit, and I drove some of this road, and I was like, I gotta get the bike out there. Look at the aspen stands. These will be gorgeous later this year. Okay, that's not the way we're going. Old fence there. Cool. The only times I've really felt like my tires were trying to give out on me, so I had 2 times where I came up over one of them big humps and I came down into loose sand or dirt or something, and it, like, the front end got a little goofy. Yeah, one of those. There's a log in the road. So, it's been a minute since I've posted, even though I told you guys I was going to post more now that I'm back from Korea. So the thing about that is, my bike broke. So Tenere 700s, much like other newer motorcycles, have a kickstand safety switch, or a side stand safety switch, is what they call it. Basically, if the side stand is down, you can't put the bike into gear. It'll just kill the bike. And the intent is to prevent you from driving off with your kickstand down and then going to make a turn and the kickstand dragging and it fucking you up. Well, what I found out is that on motorcycles such as the Tenere 700, where one might go do kind of stuff like this, and rocks might get kicked up and hit said kickstand safety switch, it's prone to getting broke. So it's supposed, oh, that's cool, a little TP. Sick. Anyway, so it's supposed to have like a piece of metal or plastic or something that goes all the way around the outside of it that kind of block the internal parts that make it actually work. Well, that metal piece that was supposed to go around the outside of it was gone on mine. Completely gone. So the options are either to splice the wires to bypass it, right? To buy a bypass, which Camel ADV makes. Oh, and then if you have the bypass, you never have to worry about it again. Or to just have your local dealership replace it. Well, I did 2 things. I had the local dealership replace it, and then I also bought a Camel ADV bypass in case it happens again, like, say, right now, when I'm 60 miles from the house. That's the only real problem I've had with the T7 so far, is that safety switch. Woo, you can see out there from here. You see Pike's Peak from here. That's pretty cool. Well, we just hit the Pike National Forest boundary, so I'm officially on private property both sides. We've got 18 miles, or sorry, 8.2 miles, not 18, to County Road 512. There's property for sale right there with 42 acres. Ooh, I wonder how much they want for that. Probably a lot, but also probably not. Anyway, that's why you got all these little tree stumps on the side. People be trying to keep people out. I bet they want a bunch. That's got mountain views of Pikes Peak. Guarantee they want an arm and a leg for that place, even though it's an hour from the nearest town. The sign said dangerous curve ahead. Let's see how dangerous this curve is. I mean, you come out of a pretty good little straightaway, but I don't think it's that dangerous. Alright, so we've gotten back out here to what looks to be an actual Forest Service road. It is still open to OHVs, but it's a little more of a road, you know? A little wider. Made for normal vehicles. Land between the lakes is cool and all, but Kentucky ain't got nothing on Colorado besides turkey hunting. So right now we're on Cedar Mountain Road, and we have been going in and out of Pike National Forest for a while. Right now we're out of it, as you can see by the houses. We're slowly getting closer and closer to Divide, and Divide's where we're gonna kind of call her quits on the OHV stuff, you know, the off-road stuff. What I'm on right now, the part that I'm on right now, is not open to OHV, but most of what I've shown you guys has been open to OHV. Okay, I am in Divide, Colorado, and this is where the video is going to end, but I'm not my ride. I still got to ride home. But anyway, I found McGinty's Pub. It's an Irish pub. You can find an Irish pub anywhere in the world. Parked between the Jeep and these R1200 RTs. That's an R1300. I'm gonna go inside, have myself a pint, give me something to eat. If you like this kind of stuff, you know, go ahead and like and subscribe, check out some of my other videos. Or if you don't, you know, let me know down in the comments what I can do better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. I am out.